In December of 2016, I had been given a violation from the Los Angeles County Department of Public Works that had stated my property or fence line was encroaching in the public right-of-way. The violation stated that my fence line had to be 34 feet from the center line of the road and that I needed a permit in order to have erected the fence, and that the fence along with the other items needed to be removed or moved, and that I would also need to get a permit in order to do so. I had to question this, seeing how my property had been established during the years from 1951 through 1955 when they were developing the property. I myself owned this property since 2002. I also know the previous owners who had lived here for over 30 years, and they say that the fence line has always been the same and that the fence was in place when they purchased the property. This all started with an anonymous complaint and a violation against my next-door neighbor stating that his fence line was creating a blind spot for traffic turning onto 106th Street East from S10. I was then violated because my fence line is exactly in line with my neighbor's fence line, and the inspector who wrote the violation decided that my fence line was also creating a blind spot for traffic turning onto 106th Street East from S8. S8 is one of the only cross streets that has a limit line, and all one would need to do would be to move the limit line up about 1.5 feet to eliminate a blind spot from S8. Unfortunately for me, it is not that easy. During my investigation, I found a lot of information which made me question the county's validity in regard to moving my entire fence line. Public safety on 106th Street East has always been a community concern, so with that in mind, first I thought that I would at least try and see about triangulating the corner of my property in order to alleviate any roadway concerns. I started by mocking up the corner by removing the reed cover approximately 40 feet on 106th Street East and 11 feet on S8, but still, I needed to get a permit in order to do so. In a letter dated May 1st, 2017, the director of the Department of Public Works referred me to 2 other county departments in regard to getting said permits. The following are recorded conversations. The first conversation is with the Permit Department of Public Works that was specified within the letter, and the second conversation is with the Department of Building and Safety, also specified within the letter. Both parties were informed that they were being recorded. When this all started, my first contact was with the Department of Regional Planning via an email, and they sent me to the Department of Public Works, and so on, and so on. At this point, I'm very frustrated, and I'm pretty sure anyone that is familiar with my case would also be if they were in my shoes. Listen carefully to these conversations. It seems like I'm right back where I started last December, and it is now July of 2017. Note, I left a message for someone to please call me, and every time I call, I get the same recorded message, and I still haven't heard from anyone.
This is Jason.
Yeah, hi Jason. I was wondering who I might be able to talk to in regard to a report that I'm doing for permitted uses and permits here in the Antelope Valley. And this would be in regard to getting a permit to construct a wall or a fence within a public road right-of-way. Do you offer such a permit?
We do not.
Okay. But I'm recording this for because I'm keeping the transcripts of this because of my report, and I'm just trying to find out if I was. What about getting a permit to take something down in a public right-of-way, in a road right-of-way?
I'm not even sure. What would you be taking down?
To take down a fence or a wall. and trees and cut down trees and remove things out of a public right-of-way, road right-of-way.
Trees, that's a totally different department than us. Any trees, because we don't have anybody here who study horticulture, so we can't give you permission to cut down a tree or anything like that. All we do is issue permits and per plan based on what the engineer sends us, and the engineer approves. We don't approve anything here like that.
Is this part of public works, sir?
Yeah, but our main counter, everything is issued out of Alhambra.
Out of Alhambra. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
except for simple permits, but stuff like that we don't approve because we don't typically allow anybody to build a wall in the right of way for line of sight issues and all things like that. So that would have to go through engineering. So we wouldn't do anything like that here.
So the thing is even if the people from Alhambra referred me to you, as far as getting a permit, I still couldn't get a permit from you?
They wouldn't refer you to me.
But they have. This is the road department, right? And permit department for road maintenance, correct?
Okay, yeah, but I don't understand. What kind of work are you trying to do?
It would be to remove a fence along with a propane tank, trees. There's a small wall out there.
Why do you think this is in the right of way?
Huh? Well,
why do you think it's in the right of way?
Because the road maintenance, Department of Public Works has cited me for it, and they've told me
that doesn't necessarily mean that's right of way. That might be building and safety.
Well, the thing is, see, they've told me to get in touch with the permit office in Palmdale.
Yeah, that's building and safety.
That would
We're building and safety issues permits as well.
Okay. Because
we issue right-of-way permits. Building and safety issues on-site permits. So anything on private property, which it sounds like, because if a propane tank or anything like that wouldn't be in the right-of-way, that would be on private property. So more than likely it's building and safety that issues you that violation.
Okay, very good. And then what was your name again?
Jason.
Jason. Okay, thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate the information. Have a great day.
Building and safety, this is Ray.
Yeah, hi. I've got a couple of questions here. You're in one of the plan check engineers, or?
Yes.
Okay, this is what I'm doing is I'm doing a report because I am currently trying to find out about getting an encroachment permit. I am recording our conversation because I'm keeping transcripts of this because I want to make sure I follow everything to a T, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm trying to find out, can one, if your property line is supposedly considered as part of the roadway or in the roadway, and
I think you're calling the wrong department because this is building and safety. We only deal with things within your private property. We don't deal with things within the right-of-way.
Because the road department tells me that
no, you need to contact the permit section
of the
in our for your in the Palmdale office. Yeah. Let me give you their number.
I already did that, sir. And I
661-947-7173.
I spoke to I believe his name
I don't
was
know
Josh.
anybody in that office.
Yeah, and what they did was they referred me to you because they said
So is your question regarding private property or right of way?
It's, I guess, both, and I'm very confused. Basically, I was cited back in December of last year, okay?
Cited for what?
I was cited, there was an anonymous complaint against my neighbor, I guess, saying that their fence, or that the intersection on S10, this is out in Little Rock, okay? Out in S10, S10 and 106th Street, the intersection, there's a blind spot, okay? And so somebody had filed an anonymous complaint. Well, then the inspector that came out here violated my neighbor, and then he violated me because both of our fence lines are the same. They're identical. They've been that way for over 65 years.
Do you know the name of the inspector?
That's just it. I can't read the inspector's name. However, like I said, this has been going on since December of last year, and Mr. Mark Pastrella
which is
Yes.
he's the director.
Yeah.
He referred me first of all to the road department, and the permit office located at 38126 Sierra Highway in Palmdale. I called them and they said that there was no such permit available in regard to either, because I was interested, well, can I get a permit, like say as a variance, to keep my fence line and just fix the fence so you could see in the direction on the road. Basically, they're saying that because the road out here is 55 miles an hour, that you need to have 430 feet visibility triangle in either direction, 430 feet.
Oh, so there's not an accident. Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Well,
Yeah.
there is no accident. There has never been an accident.
No, I know, but that's their concern. That's to maintain that.
That's right. That's their concern because there was a complaint. Okay?
Okay.
So then what the road department is saying is that because of that, our fences are encroaching within the roadway, the road right-of-way. And we're going, well, how can this be? These homes have been bought and sold for the last 65 years without that being a problem. Then they're saying that there is a code of some sort that says that our fence lines need to be 34 feet set back from the center line of the road.
Okay, and now I know to verify that, you need to contact the Department of Regional Planning. I can give you their number.
I know everybody. I know Christina. I know.
And so,
nobody has come back to me on that either. I've been seeing it.
Sir,
go ahead.
I don't dictate setbacks. I don't dictate what is approved for a property. I only check the engineering.
No,
I just say, okay, these are the loads.
Right.
I want to check the math, and that's it. That's all I do.
Okay, now the thing is, though...
I don't set setbacks. I don't know about visibility fences. That's all regional planning. But I can give you their number.
I have regional... I've already contacted regional planning in this, and they told me to go back to the road department.
I would try calling Tina again because she's the one who will be able to help you with that.
All right. Well, then, okay. Let me ask you this. Okay, so say that at a point that I do get the encroachment permit, because it's either to the encroachment permit for the fence, or either that, or to remove the fence, I need to get a permit to remove the fence.
Yeah,
okay?
That would be a demo permit that our office could handle, no problem.
Okay, so can you explain that portion of it? If I need a demo, and this is the permit, this is what they're saying that I need to move or remove from the road right away. I need to remove a propane tank, 300 feet of fence, plumbing, a small wall, and then all the trees that follow, all the growth that follow that property line. So there's all these elements that need to be removed. How do I get that permit?
You would come, it's best if you would come in during our counter hours. That's 8 to 11:30, Monday through Thursday. And then you can come in and pull a demo permit. But we will need a site plan just so we know what are the items that you're demoing, you know? Okay. That way the inspector has an idea of what you pulled the permit for.
Okay.
So we do need something to go off of. That can just be issued over the counter. In terms of a new fencing, relocating it, it actually depends on the height. If your fence is 6 feet or less, you don't need a permit and you're fine.
Right. Okay.
As long as it's not retaining any soil or any surcharges from like a building or something.
Do you,
okay. Go on, sorry.
How much is that permit?
Well, most fence permits are based on the linear foot of how much fence you're putting up.
It'd be 300 feet.
But if you're, like I said, if you're under 6 feet, you don't need a permit.
No, I mean for the demo permit. How much is normally?
Oh, the demo permit?
Yeah.
I don't know actually. You'd have to contact one of the permit techs.
Okay, so because I'm trying to do this over the phone, I have a 1970 Volkswagen, and it's 110 degrees out, and I live all the way in Little Rock. Okay, so it's like I'm trying to find out as much information so when I do, so I'm not spinning my wheels. It's like you're saying that I need to get a site plan.
That's probably best.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't deal with the numbers. I don't know how much a demo permit would cost.
Right.
I could try transferring you over.
That would
or
be
you
great.
come in with a check.
Yeah, well, see, that's just it. I need to find out. I don't even know if I can afford it. I'm on a very limited income here. I'm just trying to find out what it's going to take in order to please the county.
I'll transfer you over, and then the permit techs will help you.
Okay, thank you so much. And what was your name again, sir?
My name is Rui.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Not initialized and cannot accept any messages. Please try again
This
later.
is what I get.
This is the general delivery mailbox. At the tone, please say the name of the person you are calling. Record your message and hang up to deliver the message.
Yes, hello. My name is Jeffrey Hillinger. I left a message the other day. I am trying to get some information on what would be considered a demolition permit within within a public right-of-way, or a demolition permit within the road right-of-way. And I'm trying to figure out, what I need to bring in order to get this permit, and possibly how much it will cost. My phone number is 661-944-2299. That's 661-944-2299. My name is Jeffrey Hillinger, and I'd really appreciate a call back. This is like the second or third time that I've tried this. Thank you very much. Bye.